Well, good morning and welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. So happy that you're here. Wow. Everybody needs to get your bob out. We need our bob, our big old bowl bob. All right, so now that we have bob, not our bob, not the really bob. Oh, PU. Phillips University. PU. Ooh, waffles and peanut butter. I like that too. Okay, so we're going to start with the nanners. So I use 3 bananas, okay? And we're going to have to smash them up. So there you go. I'm just going to squeeze those out of there. They're not really, these aren't too terribly mushy. Okay, so I'm just using my potato masher to mash because these aren't necessarily mushy bananas, but I'm going to make them mushy. Mush, darn you, mush. All right, to that, we're going to add about, 6 to 8 tablespoons of peanut butter. I use creamy peanut butter. A teaspoon of vanilla. And as that lady on the show would say, on that food show would say, good vanilla. I'm using caramel vanilla. Ooh, yay, caramel vanilla. It's the homemade vanilla that we made. Remember when we made vanilla? Yum. You just use regular old vanilla. It doesn't matter. All right, now I'm using you could use a whisk, or you could use a spatula, or a wooden spoon, whatever you got. But yeah, I'm using the caramel vanilla. I didn't think the rum chata would work well in this. We're gonna add 2 cups. I know that sounds like a lot, but really it's not. Ugh. 2 cups, I have a big thing, of instant oats. Now we've talked about this before. Look, I'm making a mess. That you got to pay attention about your oats, right? These are instant oats. Sometimes they say quick oats, right? So if the package doesn't say instant or, well, I can't get the lid on. There we go. This one says quick 1-minute oats, okay? Quick whole grain. So there you go. All right. So now that's what we got. 2 cups of oats in our 3 mushy bananas, our teaspoon of vanilla, and our 6 to 8 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter. Now to this, we're gonna add, oh, hello from Illinois, Linda. Chocolate chips. You can use semi-chips, semi-sweet. You can use milk chocolate. You can use dark chocolate. I mean, really, this is all about you. This is Cindy's kitchen, but in your kitchen, use whatever you want. So, and then what's the amount? Ooh, look at my cute little, you like my cute little canister? I think who else bought one of these the same time I did? I think Vicky did. I think Vicky bought this same thing. Vicky, didn't you buy this same thing? And what do you have in yours? I'm curious. Nobody else has a big old bowl? Hi, Linda from Michigan. I find that I know that Heather Eberly, one of the Joannes, one of the Lindas, you guys have to have a big old bowl. You have to have a bob. All right, so you can measure these out if you so desire. That's wholly up to you. I would say you can start at 1/2 cup, and then from there, Shannon, my friend. Vanilla is also good for a toothache. Huh, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Do you just put the vanilla on your tooth? Donna, you have several bobs. Good for you. You're a multi-bob. Donna and I are multi-bobs. Joanne, you're waiting on your bob. What pattern did you get? Joanne that's waiting, and the Joanne that you have, multi-bobs. I like that. Multi-bobs. We multi-bob. Okay, there we go. Look at the chocolate chips and the oats, the peanut butter and the vanilla. So good. You have a big old bowl Rebecca brought from Poland. Oh, you're lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Okay. The recipe usually calls for an 8x8. But I like them in this. And your husband is Bob. You really are a multi-bob. Okay, so this one is, just in case you're curious, because, every time I go to cook, somebody asks, this is 10.5 by 9. Let's just say 10 by 9. But if you want them a little thicker, you can do an 8x8. I'm gonna go ahead and use my 10x9, okay? You certainly can spray. In Polish pottery, it's really not necessary, but everybody likes to see. You're waiting for the deep maraschino bob. That's called the R bob, the really big old bowl. I have a big old batter bowl, but it's bigger than what she has now. Mine is deeper, but I like an artesian bowl. Oh, those, I only have one of those. I only have one of them. Do bobs float? I don't know. All right, so now we're taking our fantastic, yummy, yummy, yummy mixture of 2 cups of oats, 3 mushy bananas, 6 to 8 tablespoons of creamy peanut butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and then, dirty dishes. Gotta move the dirty, move the dirty dishes. Use your spatula and spread out. And then as many chocolate chips as your little heart desires. Good morning, Terry. It's okay. Better late than never. Okay, spread it out so we have an even layer. I'm gonna tell you what my favorite thing about this bar is. Because, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that, aren't I? But can't help it. Hey, Jenna, good morning. 2 days, if these last 2 days. 2 days after I make them. And they're just sitting on the counter. I have not covered them with foil. I know, bad me. They're not covered with plastic wrap. There's no lid for this. They're just on the counter. 2 days after I make them, if there is this left, they are still moist. There's no like dry out factor. That's what I like these. The design on my baking pan is, where is this from? This is a Calique. Is that how you say it? Calique. And it says it's a unicat pattern, but she just called this purple when she got it. I think she may still have some of this, but this is Calique. So I always, there's so little Polish pottery that's purple that when there's something purple that comes up, I snag that puppy. All right, in we go to the oven. 350 degrees, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. What shall we do for 20 minutes whilst we wait? Here we go. I got to get the next cutting board. Hold on, I'm coming. Coming. Ugh. Oh, I hope I don't drop the knife on me. That would be bad. Ta and da. Okay. Now, I'm using another big old bowl. Oh, hi, Linda. I'm sorry I didn't say hi. Hello, Amber. I'm using another bob, but this is one, two, three, four, five, six. 6 is a hectagon? Hexagon. A hexagon? Sure. It's not an octagon, it's 8. I think it's a hexagon. 6-sided bowl. There you go. Isn't that pretty? I like this one too. Lots of colors. So, since we have to wait on our bars, and my daughter wants jambalaya for dinner, hexagon, there we go. My daughter wants jambalaya for dinner. I didn't want to go ahead and make dinner now because I want it fresh, and she won't be here till probably 8 o'clock tonight. So I decided I was gonna make my lunch. Oh, well, thank you, Gail. Welcome to Cindy's Kitchen. Everybody say hello and welcome to Gail. Where are you from, Gail? Okay, I'm gonna tilt down just a little bit. So we're gonna do kind of a caprese salad. Now, you know that when you make a caprese salad, usually it's the big pieces. I do the cut it all up into tiny little pieces because I like the perfect bite. That being said, you gotta start with tomatoes. I'm using the bigger tomatoes today. The Roma tomatoes here lately just haven't had a good punch. And I think the reason might be because, we've kind of fallen out of tomato season, which just makes me distraught. It makes my trash bowl wet. It makes me distraught. I am distraught without fresh tomatoes. So it is what it is. So but I have the big ones. New Albany, Indiana. Wow. Hey, Gail, I don't know how far this is, but at one point, my husband is a doctor. Hey, Dottie from Tennessee, welcome to you too. We went and looked at a job at a hospital in Evansville, Indiana. Is that close to you? The hospital was beautiful. Evansville was beautiful. Did you grow your tomatoes? No, Judy. Jessica did. My sous chef over here, Jessica, that runs she does all the social media stuff. Whoops. There, that's Jessica. She had a garden, and so she would bring me tomatoes every day. So, and they're all gone. Tomato season is over. It makes me very sad. Did anybody make the tomato pie? Oh my gosh. The tomato pie, so I made 2 of them the first go round, just because I had 2 pie crusts, and quite frankly, if they're there, if you thawed them out, might as well go ahead, right? And so I made 2 of them, and there were, between Jessica, myself, and my daughter, the 2 pies were gone before dinner time. That's how good they were. And so I ended up making 2 more. If you remember, she brought me some yellow tomatoes. Oh my goodness, they were so lovely. Hello, Nell from North Carolina. Now, the good thing about this recipe, I'm using 3. I'm making a big old bowl for me and Jessica, because I can eat on this for days. Days I can eat on this. To me, it's light, it's refreshing, doesn't have a lot of calories in it, has a lot of flavor. 100 miles away, you're across the river from Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, Nina, you still have tomatoes on the vine? Homemade roasted tomato soup. Nina, I am jealous of you. Jealous of you. Okay, I have to chuckle. Jessica, have you ever tried Cherokee purple or black creme tomatoes? She'll answer you. She walked out of the room, but she'll answer you. I don't know if she has or not. We tried to grow a garden. Hey, Gail. Oh, lived in Jeff in Indiana. Oh, thank you, Crystal. That's so sweet of you to say. I know people come on here and then leave me little notes about that I talk too much, or, get to the cooking, quit chitty-chatting. And okay, so then I'm going to use, this is an English cucumber. I used these before and I've explained, but in case you're new, so the English cucumber is usually much longer than the regular cucumber that we think of in the United States. Tends to be a little thinner sometimes. Still getting tomatoes there too. Maybe it just got too hot here. I don't know. The great thing about the English cucumber is that you can eat the peel, whereas on a regular one, you should not. And it's not necessarily seedless, although a lot of people say they're seedless. They're not necessarily seedless, but the seeds aren't so... okay, so this is probably not nice to say. Okay, when has that ever stopped me? But the regular ones with the seeds, I'm glad. Thanks for the chitty. I'm chitty chatty. That's just what it is. The regular ones with the seeds in them, if I eat the seeds, gosh, they gives me gas. Like I'm burpee girl. I'm burpee girl for a day after. Wow, you guys are so lucky. You guys are so lucky. I'm so impressed with you. All right, so again, I'm chopping I chopped my tomato. See the size? That's the size, because, perfect bite. And so then my cucumber is about the same size. I know a lot of people that, thank you, Linda. And I think of the same way. Because really, you guys are the only people I talk to. Really? You guys are the only people I talk to. And so on the days when we don't have, like on Sundays, or like when I have to go get my infusion, I don't know, kind of lonely. Because I don't know what's going on. Sometimes you guys have birthdays and we get to say happy birthday or happy anniversary. Or you tell me cool things that I didn't know, like sticking the banana in the microwave. Although nobody still has told me, there are 2 of you that said to peel the banana from the bottom. And I'm not, you still didn't tell me what that does for me. Tell me, does it just peels easier? Do you cut the bottom off with a knife? Cherokee and black creme are wonderful. Old German and mortgage lifter. Heirloom are the best. Gosh, you guys, you know what though? I think you guys probably have an easier time maybe with the gardens because it's not so hot where you are. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'm just jealous, All right, now, obviously when we make a caprese salad, we need some mozzarella. So we gotta put the mozzarella in. You could buy a ball of mozzarella and cut it up. You can buy the big ones. Look at this. This is called, it's fresh mozzarella and it's pearls. Isn't that cute? Pearls. Just easier. Oh, no cutting. You can use the stem of the banana as a handle. Oh, hadn't thought about that. The soda Turks did it to the peel is easier. Huh. Anyway, this is why I like that. Look, isn't that the cutest little thing ever? Just a little perfect bite of mozzarella. So there we go. The banana doesn't split. Don't laugh. But monkeys and apes peeling from the bottom too. Anita, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's good mozzarella. And you know, it's good. I like it. Yeah, it's good. Okay, I'm gonna slide this up. Pull up the bob. It is kind of stuck together a little bit because, you know, it's vacuum packed. So you do have to take your hands and separate the pearls. But, you know, it's not like it's difficult. They all come apart. Easier for kids. You guys, thank you so much. I learn something new every day. And I always hope on this show that you learn something, right? That you say, oh, I didn't know how to do that. Or that's a different way for me to do something. And so I love the fact that you guys are willing to teach me too. So that's a great thing. Okay. Oh, I have to tell you, last night I got a message. Somebody was on the watching the show from Australia. And we have 2 ladies from India watching. Can you believe that? Your tomatoes are still, and you have big old wow, I am so jealous of all you guys with tomatoes. I'm telling you, you have made me jealous. Jealous, jealous, jealous. Okay, la la la. Now, we have our salad. We obviously need salt and pepper, right? So, for a salad this big, remember, tomatoes need salt. I don't care what you say. So, I'm gonna put probably a teaspoon and a half. That was three pinches, if you will. And then I like a lot of pepper too. So 1 big one of that. Okay, now I have stuff on my fingers again. It would be easier if I just shook. Or if I measured, then I wouldn't get stuff on me, right? Oh, I forgot. I forgot one of the most important things. Hold on, I gotta wipe off though. La, 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 la. Do you all have these? I love these. I use it every day. Okay, we need fresh basil, right? I do have a basil plant. I only have 2 things. I have a basil plant, the wonder of the internet. There you go. I have a basil plant and I have a mint plant. So you see me use fresh mint. You'd think with the amount of cilantro that I go through in this house, I would have a cilantro plant, but I don't. I had one at one point. I don't know. Okay, but you people with gardens, I have a funny story. So I wanted a garden in the backyard. I'm international. There we go. La la la. So I'm just gonna chop this basil up, okay? So I wanted a garden in the backyard, and Philip does not like working outside. He just does not. And it's not because he's a snooty doctor or anything, but he grew up working on a cattle ranch. And so he spent, you know, almost all his childhood fixing mending fence and vaccinating cows and blah, 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 blah. Yes, it is inexpensive. It's like 30 cents a bunch, so maybe that's one. Okay, so I have probably 3 tablespoons. And you can just drop the leaves in. I just think it's pretty. Look at this. La, 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 la. Anyway, so when we got married, I asked, what made you want to go to medical school? And his response was, you got to love this. I wanted to do something. You think it would be, I want to save people. No, he said, I want to have a job where I never have to mend fence again. Of course, when we'd go visit his mother, he'd have to mend fences. So there you go. All right, so we're gonna use about a tablespoon of the tower. Oh yeah, Julie has a great tower garden. It's a little pricey. I want to see how yours goes before I buy one. Anyway, so I wanted a garden in the backyard. So he wasn't overly jazzy with me, but you know, I'm like, come on, come on. I found a place. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons. I found a place in the backyard. We don't have to water because the sprinklers, we have a sprinkler system back. It'll water everything for us. It'll be great. It'll be great. And he was like, okay. So we get the shovels and we're messing everything up because that's basically what we did. I'm gonna put about 3 or 4 tablespoons of olive oil in there. This is what I have my olive oil in. So we're digging and we're digging and we're digging. And I swear to you, by the time we got done, even with the gloves, we had blisters. I mean, it's Texas, right? So heat, we're beet red, we're covered in dirt. We've been digging and it's hard. I'm like, yeah. So we finally get it all squared up. We go and buy a whole bunch of potting soil and we get it all in there. We make little rows. I plant everything and I'm all excited because we're gonna have ourselves a garden. Okay, now we did the lemon juice, we did the salt and pepper, we did the olive oil, and now here's the key ingredient that we're gonna change. The key ingredient, because normally in a Caprese salad, we put balsamic vinegar, the red or the purple, the dark balsamic vinegar. No, we are changing it up. White balsamic vinegar. I promise you that once you try white balsamic vinegar, you will never go back. You have a topsy-turvy garden. Oh, maybe I have to try that. Anyway, so we get it. Okay, so I'm gonna put about, you like this? 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. Just taste, really. 2 or 3 tablespoons of, I need a bigger doodah, of the vinegar. Oh gosh. Anyway, so things do not progress in the garden. And I go out every day and I'm talking to it and I'm all excited. He doesn't go back out there again, but things aren't growing and things are looking bad. And then I'm trying to figure out what's going on and come to find out it's clay. In our backyard is clay. And so what we had done because of the sprinkler system, basically we had dug a big clay bowl and every time the sprinklers went off, that water was sitting on top of the clay. And so things were like mildewing from the bottom or they were getting too much water. It was just terrible. Oh, yeah, and you use the balsamic glaze. Rose, it is good. I just wanted to give you a different option. Okay, I'm gonna taste this, hold on. Needs more salt. Mine needs more salt. You don't have to add more salt, but mine needs more salt. When I was pregnant with both the girls, I ate fresh tomatoes with the salt shaker. Just me and the salt shaker. So good. All right, so look at this. Look how lovely. Ta-da! Anybody want to go ta-da, ta-da, ta-da? Look at that. So that is my lunch for the next couple of days. I'm going to put some in this pretty bowl. This is my favorite pattern. I can't afford anything else in it but this tiny little bowl. It's called Southern Belle. It is my favorite pattern. Look how beautiful. Okay. Ta-da! All right. That's your ta-da? Okay. In we go. In we go. So now we have our little bowl. Oh, so good. All right, I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to check on, how long has it been? Was anybody keeping an eye on the time? Because, you know, you guys are supposed to keep an eye on me to make sure that I don't go off track, off schedule. You know how I am. Let me check. Oh, so good. Not quite there. We need a few more minutes. Okay, so what will we do for the next few minutes? Will we simply sit here? Thank you, Gail, I checked. Of course we will not simply sit here. I was watching this, you know, because when you post cooking videos, inevitably Facebook knows who you are, or YouTube or whoever. And so I am forever, ever getting this. I need to do a raised bed. They have kits, yeah? I did container garden in my backyard, on my tables in the backyard. And that was okay, except I don't know what got into it. Possums, cats, armadillo, who knows what, some animals, squirrels got into it. And like I got one salad out of the lettuce and then they stripped it. Oh, so mad. So then I kind of just gave that up. Anyway, so you inevitably get all these things for all this other cooking shows, right? And I'm like, okay, well, okay. So yet last night, I was watching this one, and I kept looking at it going, I'm not certain about that. It was kind of like a car wreck, right? You knew you shouldn't look at it. You should just pay attention and move forward. But I kept looking at it going, really? So I decided you would be my guinea pigs. Guinea pigs. Chipmunks. Keep eating your arugula. I love arugula. You have chipmunks? Wow. I don't think about chipmunks. Well, I don't think we have them here. Anyway, so here's the recipe. We're not going to use a big old bowl. You don't know your bob. You need your mob. Your medium-sized bowl. Just a medium-sized bowl. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Okay, and here's what you need. We're going to start with 2 Granny Smith apples, okay? You do not need to peel them, according to her. What is her name? Emmy Maid? Something like that. Emmy Maid, I think. Okay? And so she actually doubled this. And don't get me wrong, I'm intrigued, but I'm not intrigued enough. It's so bad. I'm not intrigued enough to do like 8 apples worth of something. Yeah? I mean, 2. I'm intrigued enough to do 2 apples of something. I had to switch knives. I like my other knife better, but that's okay. Anyway, so I decided we would give it a try. And I don't know if she had a name. Shaved Irish Spring Soap around the plant. Oh, that's a great, okay, that's a good tip, Anita. Thank you. So we take a bar of Irish Spring Soap and shave it. How do you shave it? Like with just like a knife? Just do peels like that? Oh, like with a potato peeler maybe? How do you do that? Joanne, you know what salad I'm making? Or are you talking about the Caprese one? Because this one is just weird. I kept looking at it and it was just like a car accident. But just like a car accident, I couldn't help but watch the whole thing. And no, it is not a taffy apple. Although you think, well, I don't know what a taffy apple salad is. So you'll see in just a second. All right, so here's the second apple. I'm always interested to see where the food came from. These Granny Smiths were from the United States. So, you know, they always have the little tag on it that's supposed to be an edible tag. Has anybody eaten the tag? Have you eaten the tag? Because I know they tell me that it's edible, but I don't know. I just don't know that I want to sit and eat paper, whether it be edible paper or not. Because, you know, the kids in kindergarten that ate paper and paste, there was something wrong with those kids. So, there we go. I didn't want to be one of those kids. All right, last little bit of my Granny Smith. So the Granny Smith apples were from the United States. The bananas were from Guatemala, the new you're making. Oh, you just had it. Really? You must have seen it too. Is my minute up? Oh, good point. Hold on. Oh, yum, yum. Nope, just a little bit more. I just want it to brown a little bit more. Remember, I didn't have it preheated all the way when I stuck it in. Okay, what's next? 2 Snicker bars. Snicker salad. Bess, you have made it for... Okay, I had never heard of this. So, there you go. You ate a tag. You'll try anything. Snicker salad. You guys have had this? Oh my gosh, I must live in the dark ages. Okay, has anybody not had the Snicker salad? Has anybody not had it or heard of it? Okay, because now I feel like a moron. It's kind of like the other day when I was going through the lyrics for the Octopus Garden Under the Sea, and every one of you, without fail, said, the Beatles, Ringo. And I was like, gosh, I must be a moron. Okay, Terry's never had it. Several of you have. Okay, I'm going to break these apart. Okay, well, I'm just kind of following what she said. I mean, had it for years. I've never heard of this. This just kind of freaked me out. Never, never. Yeah, just, doesn't it sound weird? I don't know. I just never have had it. Okay, so the rest of them like it. So obviously it's okay. So maybe we all ought to try it. I was going to have you guys all be my guinea pigs. Maybe it is a Midwestern thing. I don't know. I don't know if down here in the South that I have ever heard of it. So, all right. So I just cut my Snickers in half, and then I'm just, little dice. There we go. I hope that's right. It's yummy. Look at that, all of you yummy people. Wow. Okay. So here we go. 2 Granny Smith apples, 2 regular sized Snicker bars. Am I doing it right for those of you that have had it? 2 regular Snicker bars cut up in there. And should I put, okay, those of you that have made it, she didn't do this on the show. Do you put lemon juice in here to make sure the apples don't turn? It's like a nutty caramel. Okay. So those of you who have made it, do you put any, I was going to put just a little bit of lemon juice to make sure the apples didn't turn. So tell me while I get the next ingredient. And then the last ingredient is Cool Whip. None of this sounded right. It just didn't sound right. But, what do I know? Now, she used, I want to say she used 4 apples and 4 Snicker bars. You don't. You've never put, okay, then I won't. I think she used 4 apples and 4 Snicker bars and an entire container of Cool Whip. So because I did half of that, I'm going to use half. I'm going to use half of a container of Cool Whip. Or maybe she did 8. I don't know. How many, when you guys make it? When you guys make it, how many do you make? How many apples and Snicker bars do you use? I wasn't going to make a big, huge bowl of this. I wasn't going to use my bob because I just wasn't certain what this was supposed to taste like. And does anybody else put anything else in there, or is this it? Because this is all she had. She did green apples, Snickers, and Cool Whip, and that's it. Doesn't last long enough to put anything on it. Oh my gosh, it's that good. Okay, we're gonna try it. I was gonna have all of you be my guinea pigs, but now I feel like I'm the guinea pig. Okay, because she showed the picture, and because it's all white, I was like, okay, well that doesn't look very festive. Because look, that doesn't look festive. Does that look festive to you? It just looks like white stuff, I mean, I can kind of see. Depends on how many I'm making for. Yes, toss with a little 7-Up. Oh, I should have known that. Okay, well, I did not. Maybe we'll eat it. I'll enjoy. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put some in a bowl. If it's that good, I need to make sure I'm digging because I want to make sure I get Snickers in here. I don't want just apples. Okay, there we go. Snickers. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Okay. You know what I don't? Yes, I do have a spoon. Okay. Here we go. Drizzle with caramel sauce. Oh, hold on 1 second. I gotta get this out of the oven. It's done. It's done, I tell you. Okay. Look at this. Look. Now the sides are brown and you're gonna say, oh, that's kind of hot. You're gonna say, oh, that doesn't look done in the middle. It's done in the middle. When the edges start to get toasty, we're all good. We're all good. You don't need dark brown. So, do you see? Oof. There we go. Yum. All right, I'm gonna set this over here while I taste this monstrosity that you people tell me that I'm going to love. Okay, here we go. You ready? Oh wait, caramel sundae topping. Hold on, I think I have some of that. We'll use this. Can I use this sundae syrup? Will that work? We'll try that. Okay, I'm gonna taste it without it first, and then I'm gonna drizzle it on the top, because nobody else said anything about the caramel sauce. Okay, here we go. You ready? Oh my gosh. It's like eating a caramel apple. It truly is like eating a caramel apple. Okay, hold on though. I'm gonna do this. La 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 la. I mean, if you're gonna put caramel on it, look at that. Ooh, that's prettier, isn't it? Ooh, ah. Okay, let me find another piece of Snickers, because what's the point, right? I like it with the caramel sauce. So good. Okay. 2 thumbs up. Yay! That's a wiener. That's a wiener, folks. It's a winner. Gotta make that. And I highly suggest the caramel sauce. Yum. Okay. Let me move this. Get a plate. I really should let this cool. But that being said, let me get a knife. I really should let this cool because you know that it's gonna fall apart just a little teeny tiny little bit. Look at my plate. Isn't that cute? La 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 la. I love that plate. Okay, I'm gonna cut. Oh, I don't want it to fall apart. That's my thing. But we'll give it a shot. I know it needs to set longer. So hot. But I know you want to see what it looks like. Oh, look. Look at the heat coming off of it. Can you see the chocolate chips? I kind of tore it just a little bit. Let me move this. I don't even usually use a knife or a fork. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? I usually just pick it up and eat it. Yum. Okay, here we go. Now you're gonna think that it's gonna taste like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but I don't think so. I think because the banana, to me, the banana flavor overpowers the peanut butter flavor. I don't know why, but it just does. So this was our Mushy banana peanut butter bars. So good. I used to make these once or twice a week. So there you go. Great breakfast. Great with your coffee. So if you need your coffee, yes, Judy, it's a bar cookie. So good. So really good for breakfast or dessert or a midday snack. My lunch today is the yummy Caprese salad, but the difference is it's all chopped up, so you get the perfect bite every time. And the other perfect thing about this is that we've used a white balsamic vinegar instead of the regular dark aged balsamic vinegar. And that white balsamic vinegar has this very lovely, light, fruity taste. I promise you, once you try the white balsamic vinegar, you are gonna be hard pressed to go back to the other. Okay, I have to have one more bite of, come on. I needed the piece of basil too. And he doesn't wanna come. Why? There we go. I know, cool, huh? So, and so this is lunch. So I have my little Mushy banana peanut butter bar for breakfast. I have my Caprese salad with white balsamic dressing. That's my lunch. And then I guess for my mid-afternoon, I'd say we could save it for dessert. I know. Now we're gonna have Snickers salad. Who would have thought that this would be an awesome thing? Snickers salad. Granny Smith apples, Snicker bars, Cool Whip or whipped top, frozen whipped topping, and caramel sauce. Who would have thought that this would be so yummy? Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing and for all your tips. We've had a great day today. If you didn't remember, my daughter's coming home today. She's coming home tonight. Yay. So tomorrow, I would say I could convince her to come on the show, but I don't know if I can. We'll see. She'll probably sleep late. Who knows? I don't know. But I get to see her tonight. Yay, 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 yay. After 8 o'clock. So, and I'm fixing her jambalaya, so she'll be happy with that. So, and then don't forget, we don't have a show on Sunday, but Monday is our 150th show. And our 150th show, we have an awesome recipe provided by my friend Julie, who's on here, her husband. We're gonna make, I'll just tell you what the recipe is. We're gonna make crab towers. Crab towers. Not only is it delicious, it is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Okay, she's getting fried spam and potatoes and eggs for breakfast. And that way I can give her both meals, Terry. I can give her the fried spam potatoes for breakfast and the jambalaya for dinner, the sausage and rice for dinner. So there you go. Well, there we go. That's the show, folks. That's all, folks. So from my kitchen to your kitchen, I hope your day is blessed with wonderful food. And since I get to see my whole family tonight, I pray that you get to spend some time with your family as well. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.